Hey YouTube, it's Christy Nitro from the fabulous Las Vegas area, and today when I was cleaning out my craft room I stumbled across my completed December daily from 2014. I know it's that time of year where everybody's prepping and trying to get their stuff together for their December daily 2015, so I thought I would do a little flip through and give you guys some tips that I learned along the way on what to do and maybe what not to do this year in your albums. We all know when you start off, you get so thrilled, and I thought, hey, a simple story snap album, that's going to be big enough to fit everything I want to put in and document throughout the month of December. And some of you may know, hey, it became a chunky monkey very quick. Now I know because it was my first go at a December daily, I put my heart and soul in this album, so this year I might have to cut back. Not only so it's not this big, but so it can fit my lifestyle, because it got busy really quick, as we all know, in December. Also, some of you guys are looking at this and going, that's not a simple story album I have ever seen in stores. Well, that's because I kind of nitrofied it and made it my own. I'm talking I gutted, I painted, I put fabric on it, I slapped everything you can possibly think on this bad boy. Why? Because it was my first and it's my baby. Another thing I want to put out, I have not been inside this album, so we're going to see how it holds up together. And with that being said, tip number one, I'm definitely going to say, find your style and prep early. I know that might sound a little bit weird, but trust me, by the time it hit day 11, I was so thankful that I went ahead and prepped some of the pages. It gets really overwhelming. And when it does get overwhelming, as some of you may already know, you won't finish your December daily. So definitely use social media. And I know there's a lot of great sites now on any kind of social media you can find to help you and give you that little extra motivation boost along the way. So definitely, number one is find your style. Don't overwhelm yourself with all those different kits. Stick to one, and hopefully it will help out. So we're gonna flip right into it. Now, oh yeah, that's one thing. See how it sits really weird like that? I think another thing this year is I'm not going to do my cover first. I know it was one of the challenges last year, but I put the little jingle on it. And if I didn't have an album that I could take things in and out, I would have had to live with this right on the seam for the whole entire month. That may have made things a lot more difficult. So this year I'm definitely going to hold off on doing my cover first. But it helped me because it started up the theme. I even got inside the little label holder that I re-put on there, memorable, and the definition of it, because to me that's definitely what a December daily is all about. When you flip into it, you're going to see a lot of repeating patterns, and along with the music notes, because it kind of was together and it kept everything cohesive. It's definitely going to be my step number 2, which is use the KISS method, as in keep it simple, stupid. Don't go overboard with all those kits that you're buying. Stick to certain embellishments. Don't over embellish, because if you put everything into day 1, by the time you hit day 6, you might start fizzling out, and you don't want that, because December is a long, crazy month, and that's why a lot of people want to do and participate in a December daily. So definitely keep it simple. Stick to what you know, just have a little bit of fun along the way, but don't overwhelm yourself more than you ever have to. The album itself didn't come with any pockets, so I am definitely keeping pockets and tuck spots again this year. Helps out so great. This is everything on my challenges and props last year that I kept, so in several years from now I can look back and go, wow, that's right, that happened. And I'm telling you, this whole thing wouldn't have came together if it wasn't from the support of you guys. Pocket pages, I'm going to say, are a definite must. Not Project Life has never been my style, but I'm happy I tried it in this album, and it's another great way to protect your pages. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I'm just sticking to my own style, which is kind of more the traditional, like, one-page layout. Now I know a traditional December daily is December 1st through December 25th. But in my family and how I grew up was the holiday kicked off on Thanksgiving Day. So I had to make sure to document November 27th, which was Thanksgiving in 2014, and, you know, all the fixings and whatnot inside of it. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, don't worry about if it's not like, make it towards you. And I think that helped me along the way too, because I was making it my own and I wasn't worrying about what anyone else was doing it. I just wanted it to be mine. So I also made sure to include important items, which I'm going to go with tip number 3, which is add important items to that year. The reason why I say this is because I would have never known that this is Bob 7 years from now, because maybe the minions aren't going to be a big thing. Or what would we do without washi? Like, wonder if 2014 was it and then it fizzed out. So little things like that I'm going to make sure to document along the way, is putting in some trends, flyers, receipts, things you can look back on that might change over the year. Now, I'm not going to get really big into the album. Just know that, you know, Black Friday is major for me, only because it's when I get most of my Christmas shopping done. I work retail. In 2014, I had 2 retail jobs, so I basically was on the go for over 24 hours. And I had to make sure I got it all in. So another thing I'm taking along with me is pages like this, the waterfall style, where I can pack in a lot more into one page. And I think I'm going to stick with the flat, and also I'm going to carry over the tucked in journaling spots. It makes it interactive and fun. Even got my place for receipts, as you can see, and then this kicks off my first little divider here into what everyone knows as the traditional December daily. And also along the way, you're going to see a lot of like hidden tuck spots and stuff like that. I really like that feature, and I'm going to stick with it. Now, things that I think I'm going to change is, you see how thick this page is. I definitely should not do something this thick in the album. It starts making it too chunky too soon, but you live and learn. And then going back on what I said about putting everything into day 1, and then as you see, as my album goes, I started fizzing out, which I'm going to try to avoid this year. So in a perfect world, I should have done day 1. This could have been my day 2, but like I said, I'm definitely carrying over little tuck spots like this. And the Christmas wish list is another thing that I'm going to carry over, because I'm sure 7 years from now, it's going to drastically change in the things I wanted. And in a perfect world, this could have been my day 3, because I even included, you know, places to put photos and journaling spots. So definitely something that I learned. Now, every day is not going to be major. You're not going to hit up Disneyland every single day in December. So just putting things like your workplace and little things like that to fill up a day, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Nobody has this great, exciting life. And little projects, I think, because again, maybe in several years I'll look back and be like, wow, I did that, or see how much I improved. Now, always have the space for journaling spots. I think that's super important, and it's going to be really fun on how I include it this year. Okay, so you can see day 5 is nothing, but I'm going to definitely carry over how I layered up the pictures, and still with the journaling spots. Day 6 is a mini folio, but I think this is going to bring us to tip 4. Definitely. See how I got Saturday, December 6th, 2014, 8:13 p.m. at South Point Casino. I went to go see the Hunger Games, and I even got how much the ticket was. Now, memorabilia, very, very important. And remember to add the who, what, where, why, and when. So when you do look back on it, it kind of brings you back to that point in time. I remember that day hands down, not only from the pictures, but everything I included into the page itself. And then tons of layering pictures to save space, and then journaling spots. Oh, first page that kind of fell apart. It's okay. It's all right. But little things like this where it says Monday the 8th. I know that took part on Monday, and I went to Chinatown. So just little things to help keep that memory going, and it's fun for people to flip through as well. Little thing like projects on Tuesday and journaling spots, even a trip to the dentist you can capture and journal about. Every day does not have to be packed to the max. Day 12, I just over-embellished some of the things I found. And on day 13, oh my gosh, okay, this brings me back. I now know on the 13th of December is when I first met Ambulance Girl 77 or Kelly. I won't show her a picture here because she might not want that, but I took her to Tokyo Discount, which is kind of like our Daiso, took pictures on it, so little things saving like this go in handy. And then I remember finishing the challenge that was on that day. So little things like that. That's awesome. Even keeping in Christmas cards. I tried out the Project Lifestyle. I guess I'm not a fan, but I definitely improved from that day. So let's flip that really quick. Even making a whole day, one big picture. I had to add on, the washi tape, and then my embellishments were simple with just adding a tree on the tree. You could see how it keeps going. These are more challenges. And it was so much fun, and flipping through this was the greatest idea. More Christmas cards. I even turned this into a spot for a recipe, and then that leads us up to the 24th. So I just kept the paper that says "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" from Graphic 45, because tell me that doesn't fit the bill. And I love how I did this in light colors and this in darker colors, so it's like day and night. And then my second little tab here, it brings us right into Christmas, which everybody has prepped for. And I remember, I gave myself a lot of spot. I even put Christmas morning over here, and I took a picture of underneath the tree. Just things you document, because it changes every year. And oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to show anyone this picture, but yes. That's me right there with the bunny suit from the Christmas Story. It was one of the first gifts I opened, and I think I did everything in that bunny suit the whole entire day. And then finally it sums us up into ringing in 2015. So I just have a tag that says cheers and pictures behind it full of memories of how I did just that. So I guess the last tip I'm going to give to you guys is be creative, and most important, have fun. It's a long month, but trust me, you guys just flip back through it with me, and it's something I'm gonna have forever. So thank you for doing so. I hope it helped out a few of you, and as always, keep crafting.